teams now have put the right focus on that aspect of the game, and Nepal has been a front runner when it comes to fielding. They've done really well. I said, oh, that was an edge. Looked like there was an edge. Chance gone down.
You should be looking at those chances early on. The batters are tentative. They are trying to play within themselves. And then, if there is a chance, and we've been talking about Nepal and their fielding, you can only expect they will take up everything that's come their way. You want maybe a senior partner on the other end who comes down to you and says, hey, that's all right, mate. You got a chance, make it count. But on the other end, there's a youngster. There's only so much that one can do.
They'll have to bat really well, especially the next hour or so. They'll have to ensure they don't lose wickets. Runs are not the priority right now for US. Bat for the first hour and see where they finish, and then from there on plan their innings. Regular feature at the top for USA, 31 years of age, and has decent experience at the highest level, has played a lot of franchise cricket, has played for the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders here in the UAE, so he's got local experience, he knows the conditions.
Oh yeah. Going to the conditions, different format, where the brief is completely different, where you come in, start extracting everything the bowlers throw at you. Also, different challenge for him would be playing in daytime. Early in the morning, there is some moisture on the surface, there is some movement off the deck, which may or may not be case in the evenings. Meanwhile, this time he's gone and made some good connection. There's a chase on towards the deep mid wicket. No boundaries so far. No boundaries so far.
Yeah, intent is clearly evident from Andre, and that's important. 6 overs, 12 for no loss, that's the score. Showing some intent at that moment and playing that up in the air. Doesn't have the legs to go all the way, but he gained some confidence out of that. Average is 45. Out. 6 overs, 12 for no loss, that's the score.
Aerial again. And is this the first boundary? The outfield is literally tricking the fielder into putting in that big chase, and the first boundary of the morning comes through. Andres gets that, gets it right.
We spoke about intent in the previous over. He's now middling the ball much better, has got a good idea of how the pitch is faring. Take that up in the air, not afraid to clear the infield, using the power play overs to advantage, doing it enough to beat the fielder. 4 runs. First boundary of the game for Andre House.
That and the way he dictates the conversation when it comes to bowling, it's just phenomenal. And one boundary wouldn't hurt him. 3.2 overs, 10 runs is what he's conceded, including a made hidden. A little stoppage in the game now because Smith Patel wants to do his laces. Batters do this when they are trying to catch a breath. Smith wouldn't really be doing it for that purpose. Sometimes it's also a little tactic that you use to calm your nerves down early on in the game. Just take a little breather, contain those thoughts. It does break the momentum of the bowler, especially if you're a fast bowler.
Yeah, you don't like the game to be stopped at any point in time when you're warmed up, you're ready to bowl, you want to bowl as much as possible.
Oh, beautiful delivery. Beautiful. Incredible comeback. Maybe that little break helped Karan Casey gather his thoughts more than it could have for Smith. 16 runs on board for USA. I love the way Nepal has bowled, kept those lines really, really tight. Bowling on the money.
Yeah, just very disciplined bowling, and that's what you expect from Nepal. Nicely bowled again between the bat and pad. That's gone through, and how did that miss the stumps? Every fielder on the ground has his hands on their head. That's how close that ball was to the stumps.
Well, yeah, just unlucky there for Karan Casey. For all the Nepal fans, those oohs and the ahs that you can hear, the crowd that's come in. Many people, maybe less. Karan Casey lines up again.
And he's been such a valuable asset for Nepal, Karan Casey, at the top with the new ball. Experienced galore, 34 years of age, has played a lot of cricket for Nepal, 61 ODI matches for him, and 86 wickets. The best bowling of 5 for 33. So he knows what is expected of him. His role is very well defined. The team and the management backs him, and he's done so well for the side, not just in the recent few months, but even when Nepal was not at their absolute best, Karan Casey always stepped up to the occasion and has taken that responsibility of bowling the new ball with Sompal. Has done exceedingly well.
Yeah, consistency is key, especially when you are a fast bowler and manage all these things. Right now, he's managing the workload of the opening bowlers. 7 overs gone, 16 for none. Wonders what runs in the mind of the team that is sitting very comfortably at the top of the table. Number 2, specific. They know that to maintain this position of theirs. Oh, chance of a catch and taken. A little fumble at backward point. With Andres will have to take the long walk back. He's looking really good to start off with, but then ends up giving a volley.
Well, they've been rewarded for their disciplined bowling. The Nepali bowlers, especially Sompal coming from the far end, has tested Andre House with some really good bowling at this time. Finds Yes, and that is where I think Andre House will be a little disappointed with himself. I think he took some time. He faced most of the deliveries that have been bowled so far in the 7.3 overs, and he disappointed that he couldn't go on to bat longer enough. He was. It looked. It did look like he got an idea of how the pitch was faring. This one was down the leg side, and you have to pull that again so far. But suddenly you can see that there is a spring in his step. You can see that he's now looking for more wickets, aggression, and full throttle from Sompal
The sooner they pick wickets, the better it gets. They be able to try and get the skipper. Mind you, Nan Patel is one of those more successful batters. It's the US lineup, not just within the US circuit. In the CWC League 2, Nan Patel ranks really high as far as batting is concerned.
Yeah, he's a top run getter for USA in the CWC League 2, along with Milind Kumar, who's at number 2 for USA. And yeah, you're right. I think he holds the key, and he's the backbone for USA when it comes to their batting. Comes from a cricketing family as well. Interesting journey that he's had. Mona started with age group cricket in Gujarat. His father played domestic cricket. His uncle too has played domestic cricket in Gujarat. Did play age group cricket and then moved to US in 2014. Debuted for US in 2018. So since then he's been a regular feature for USA and now leading the side and leading by not just leading men but leading by example and performing for USA.
You're right. Getting runs is one part of the expectation, but to lead back is another. Leadership skills definitely on display. So Nan Patel take charge of the USA side in the T20I World Cup 2024. Showing sticker to everyone. And that's an advantage when you are playing the long format, playing a 50-over game as compared to a T20 where you can be a little more innovative. The game dictates that. Format, the more textbook you are, the better.
Like you mentioned, always looking to play in the V, Munang. That has been his formula for success. End of the over, he's off the mark. 8 overs bowled, 21 for 1. continue. Slip in place for Munaf. Good to see aggression. Need early wickets. Want to exploit these conditions. Darren Casey will now also want a wicket in his name, while his partners got them that early breakthrough. Very close to the off stump again. Decides to let it go, Munal, but that was really close to the off stump. Darren Casey almost got his first wicket. And he's been a hero for Nepal cricket. We all know what he's done in terms of performance for his side, and one of the best innings that he's played has not come with the ball but with the bat. In a famous one-wicket victory against Canada way back in 2018, which enabled and helped Nepal get their ODI status. And since then, he's just been wonderful for Nepal with the ball and with the bat as well. Won their games. It's been chipped in the air. Now wants a second, but sent back, and rightly so. There's never a second run there. So Darren Casey definitely has brought a lot of success for Nepal in the last few years. He continues to impress one and all.
You make an excellent point about Karan Casey and his exploits with the bat. And if the need be, get those quick runs. And it just goes on to tell you how important additional skill of getting those runs near the end of the batting lineup comes handy. It can be a game changer, and for some, it can be an opportunity to showcase the team management that you can do a lot more than what people know you for.
Change in strategy now as keeper comes up close to the stumps. Slip still in place. Little daredevil from Asif Sheikh.
I reckon that's a good idea, considering that Smith does like to use his feet. He does come down a yard or so. And when you do that, you're not giving the opportunity for the ball to move. You take that challenge away. And that's why Casey indicated to his skipper and getting Asif to come up so that he can go according to his plan without the batters using their feet to disrupt his plans. Karan Casey. Beautifully driven. Straight to the fielder, but I love that shot. Good use of feet and the drive. Absolutely million bucks.
Again, looking to play in the V, and that is what is such a special gift that Munaf Patel has. Of course, he's got shots all around the park, but when he's playing in the V, he looks like a different batter altogether. This is one wicket that Nepal will be desperately looking for. They'll want to see his back as soon as possible, because if he stays long enough, can change the game for USA.
But for sure, again, he's also trying to figure out what the ball has been doing off the deck. Meanwhile, club ball to end the over 9 was gone, 23 for 1 USA. Gulshan Jha has up his sleeve. Back of the left on the off stump. Yeah, that's a testing line.
Well, he definitely is the rising star for Nepal for years to come. Gulshan Jha, that's the name that has been going around Nepal and in fact world cricket when it comes to all-rounders. He's been the find for Nepal in the last few years, comes through the ranks of age group cricket and has made a name for himself, has made a brand for himself when it comes to all-round performance with the ball, with the bat.
Han Gulshan.
A genuine asset. It's been cut away fiercely. No chance for the fielder to stop that. And that's going to go all the way for 4 runs.
The appreciation coming in from Monang Patel for Smith. The way he played that shot. Impressed with this young lad, Smith Patel. Young from the context of his ODI career. 16 matches, made a debut last year. 16 matches, the highest of 152 not out. And scoring will definitely give him confidence even today. Here in the UAE, just 2 games. Smith, a lot of experience on these surfaces, but from what we saw in the T20 World Cup, surfaces were pretty similar to the subcontinent surfaces. The ball turns, grips, does a little bit early in the day. Post that, fairly subcontinentish.
Good wickets here under the lines that like you pointed out. It's got a bit of juice for the bowlers, and if you can apply yourselves, you can score a lot of runs once you settle. So it's a good, evenly balanced contest between bat and ball, and that's what you want to see, especially in an ODI format. You want to see the game shifting balance, sometimes in favor of the batters, sometimes in favor of the bowlers. Whoever can use these conditions to their advantage better will gain advantage. And as of now, you could see that initially Nepal had the edge, the advantage, but now these two are looking to salvage the situation here for their side.
No doubts about that. They've done well. 11 overs gone with a dot ball. USA are 37 for 1. 37 for 1 after 11. Got straight to the fielder at backward point. Steve Smith play that shot with fair amount of success. He's just a little on the back foot and tries to cut it and cuts it really well. Arif Sheikh is the bowler for Nepal. At the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Years old Arif. 61 ODI games for him. And what is really interesting to see is that utilization of seamers. No spin so far. That's a smart call by the skipper, knowing that there is something still available for seam bowlers. The wicket has been going a bit. Trying to keep that length just slightly behind. I think that's the plan. That has been the plan so far. In the 12th over, and most of the deliveries that have been bowled have been in that length, that corridor of uncertainty. Slightly back of the length. Will Smith uses feet. This time full. Still a dot ball. Very good over. 5 dot balls so far. No runs whatsoever. Out of shape. No more for his batting compared to his bowling abilities, but the skipper has been able to juice out literally everything that's available. Cut this time. Deep point will do the cleanup, and that'll be the end of the over. 12 overs gone. USA 38 for 1. Gulshan Jha will continue from the pavilion end. One more, giving it 5 runs. Towards the square leg, and they quickly run for the first. 2 is the call. And there's a little misfielding there. We'll get a boundary.
Yeah, good effort in the field and square leg. Did put in the dive, but not able to cut that off. I think it was so Paul calmly with that effort. In the end, 4 runs is the result for USA. They'll take that. Beautiful flick off the bat by Smith Patel. He moves on to 18 of 31 deliveries, slowly building an innings here. That's much better from Gulshan. The right length and not allowing any room whatsoever for Smith to play with. Just fed the ball back to the bowler. The third youngest player to play his first one-day international when he was just 15 years and 212 days old, Gulshan Jha. Just 19 years old now. Like I said, I think he's one for the ages for Nepal. He's the one to watch out for. He's going to play a lot of cricket for Nepal in the coming years or so.
Okay, is that the reason why he wears jersey number 15? Since he made his debut at 15?
Quite possible.
People have various reasons for donning a particular number. Shoaib, have you had your favorite numbers as well on your back?
Well, yes, I always had carried 22 as my jersey number. That was because my daughter's birthday is the 22nd. So
before that, Shoaib, when you were single.
Well, that time I didn't have a favorite jersey number. I just used to take. In fact, it was 25, my birthday before that.
Fair.
And then once she came, it changed to 22.
Beautiful, isn't that? We've been talking about this, is it? That everyone has a particular reason why they wear a jersey, not just because it's been handed out to them. There was a time where trying to pull that. I like that approach, staying on the back foot, waiting for the ball to come close to the body and then playing that shot. Boundary for that. Smith Patel is now amongst boundaries and is getting them really quick.
And that was not as well timed as he would have liked, but enough bat on it to beat the fielder at short mid-wicket. Gave a chase, but in the end it was ball that won the race, and that will bring Smith Patel to 22. So now he's definitely looking well set for a big total, and Nepal wouldn't want that. They want to get those wickets at regular intervals. They need to break partnerships in this 50-over format. One wicket from these two, the two Patel, Smith and Monarch, have done really well.
Big shout there, very big shout. The umpire's not keen. And that should be the over. Good comeback though by Gulshan Jha with that delivery. 13 gone, 46 for 1. Trying to find that gap behind point. Patel. He's been the quieter of the two players in the center, 9 of 14. One thing for sure, once you apply yourself, once you understand what the surface is doing, runs will come. Case in point, Smith Patel spent some time and now he's dealing in boundaries.
Yes, I think he's done well. The approach has been right from Smith. While Amjad House was playing, he took the back seat and let him play and place as many deliveries as he could. And then once he departed, he's become the senior partner. That's nicely done. But there is protection in the team for Arif Sheikh, beg your pardon. That ball went straight to the cover fielder. So since House departed, Smith has taken the responsibility of being the senior partner and allowing Monarch Patel to take his time to settle in the middle. So far, it's been a good fight back from USA after losing that early wicket. Uppishly played, and there is protection in the deep towards the deep third. Good effort in the field. Won't go all the way.
Yeah, it's a smart field placement. We've seen Smith Patel play that shot. He stays in his crease and just at the last moment goes on the back foot and plays it very, very late. You have a squarish deep third. There's no damage on that shot for the bowler or the bowling side. So smart field placement by the skipper. Big shout now. This time, is the umpire convinced Monarch Patel will have to walk? Big wicket, the skipper goes.
Well, just when the doctor ordered there's a wicket for Nepal and they are right back into the driver's seat now with the skipper of USA departing. This is a big blow for USA in this first innings as Arif Sheikh has got them that all-important breakthrough. This partnership was brewing in the middle, not anymore. As Monarch Patel, the skipper, walks back after scoring 10 of 17 deliveries. And USA lose their second wicket. It's 48 for 2.
Big wicket there for Nepal. Has to beat the skipper of USA. Last ball of the over. That will be a dot ball. A successful over from Arif Sheikh comes to an end. USA are 48 for 2 after 14. Spin attack. I'm sure delivery or so.
Yeah, in the context of the game, Gulshan Jha was just a bit expensive in his 2 overs, so that's why decided to replace him with some spin on offer, Lalit Rajvanshi. Gave away 13 runs in his 2 overs. And the other one had an economy of 2.44, which was just a little bit expensive.
Again, down the leg side will be called wide. Probably that's the idea for him. Try and get some turn from the leg stump. Keeping it full. There is a shot front leg. Using that flick. Full on middle this time.
And looking for some turn, Lalit, but hasn't found rather any turn so far. And that's why you see that he's a little too straight, looking for that turn, doesn't get any purchase of the wicket, and the ball just carrying through the line so far.
Yeah, no turn so far, but what I like about him is that he's not bowling anything short, he's keeping them nice and full. There is a slip in position, there is a shot mid-wicket, there is a covers in catching. I'll try and toy with him. Coming in really quick, not giving time to the batters to settle in, try and understand what the batters could plan against him. Short and wide, this time runs coming through. What he'd done before this was absolutely on point. For this one delivery, pull the length back, try to keep it slightly wider. A single was gifted.
Not bad bowling from Lalit so far, although he's not getting a lot of turn on this wicket. Slower in the air this time, and nicely worked away for a single. That's good running. You have to take those risks, although with Nepal, you don't want to take those risks, especially if it's Dipendra Singh Airi, because he is electrifying in the field. I would say he's one of the best in the world right now. Got 5 run-outs in that World T20 qualifiers in 5 consecutive games, all 5 direct hits. So he is one to watch out for. Meanwhile, there's some injury on the ground while trying to stop that single. End of the over. USA 49 for 1, or rather 50 for 1.
chance. How good would that have been if that was taken maybe millimeters away from the flying fielder there at cover?
Yeah, definitely half a chance or maybe even half of half, because that was always traveling away from the short cover fielder.
Devendra Singh Aire. Can't keep out as far as fielding is concerned. This time a better shot, but still just a single. I love the way he puts his body behind everything that's available. Yard and a half to his left or right. You can't even imagine that you'll be safe if you play there. And he makes everything even before it's been played. Bombay and Paul Collingwood had come in to do a fielding session with kids age group cricket. He came in and there's one line, beautiful line that he said. He said, if you're fielding inside the circle, expect every ball to come at you.